Welcome back to Gaming with Alcala. This is Alcala, and this is a little map here of Planet Conquest IO. If you enjoy this, please sub and hit the bell. Um, this is just a little attack here, about 10 hours before the wormholes open up and I guess Armageddon begins. So I wanted to take this last planet here. It's kind of our alliance holds about a quarter of the bottom left corner, and this is the only planet behind our front line. And so I kind of want to take it over. It had 16 guns on it. We got it down to 13. Well, we had it down to like 10, and then we built some guns. We'll speed it up here a little bit. That's a pretty big attack that we had going on with it, and we just wanted to kind of take this one out. So this is a kind of a multi-parter, but we'll hurry up through it here. Try to get it to the end result here. I won't let you know if we take it or not. You'll have to watch the video here. Send some of them shits back to you a while. Sounds like popcorn going off. You guys like these kind of videos? You guys like to see battles? Do you like to have more of how-tos or kind of my thoughts behind what I'm doing? Let me know in the comments below. This here, I actually thought that this would help them quite a bit if we took this planet out. That attack is pretty much over. This is the second round of attack. They didn't have any time to rebuild. They still have 11 guns after the last attack, so we went from 13 to 11 with that one. As you can see, we got a little bit more elitas in here this time. The idea with this here is to keep wearing them down, try to take this over, and then we'd have this whole corner. But what I was going to say is if we took this last planet, all of the home bases keep spawning down behind our lines, and then they're actually like the middle to the top left, so they have to go past our planets every time to get to their stuff. So I thought if we take this planet out, the home planets might start spawning close to their bases. It would help them out, and it would get them from behind our lines. But when they stopped rebuilding, I thought maybe they saw the same thing. But let's watch what kind of happens here. We'll get all these ships in here, and then we'll start fast forwarding it again once everything's in here. Let's go ahead and fast forward this a little bit here. Watch a little bit of fireworks here. A lot of times I like to let my Kari and some of them other ships take a little bit of the beating, and then some other ships last a little bit longer. But somebody else just joined in, just in time. Whatever you can do to make it last a little longer. So I thought, well, let's take my doll in there. I don't even need them. I got the Brahm over here that I'll bring over too, and whatever I can do just to make it last a little bit longer. Take out just a few more guns. Down to 9 now. And that about wraps that one up. Now, congratulate everybody. Those are nice. Do one more. this point, it was getting kind of late, and then I thought, well, we'll have to do another run come morning, so rebuild and come morning. Well, in the morning, he rebuilt another gun, so I kind of lost a little bit of ground. But here we go again. And at this point, we're probably only like an hour or two away from the whole thing opening up, and it's like, just want to win this planet and be done with it. Oh, and then this is when the surprise attack came in. They brought a RABO in to try to help protect the planet. They knew what was coming, and things got a little interesting here for a while. They were trying to take out my Kari, but with all my extra guns there, they weren't getting anywhere fast enough. These here Cobb weren't helping at all. Then he ran away. And I thought, well, I'll take out these other ships quick. But the RABO comes back some more, along with a few other ships. He was just trying to get my attention off of him, so get the Kari out of the way so that way I don't lose it. 11%'s getting pretty low. Now, I think he's done again. Nope, comes back one more time. Oh no, that's the Pola. Sorry. There he comes back one more time. I thought, hey, I have a chance I could take him out here, and he takes out my Zur. So I lost that battle, almost lost the Kari, but survived. And that was the last that I think we see of that. So now obviously I gotta get them and take them back to my home planet, let them heal. And let the attack continue. So it did deter us, it did do a little bit of damage. We didn't get quite as far as we wanted to. And now that Saras is on, or Sarah's, whatever, now that they're on, they started rebuilding the gun, and it kind of was like, seriously? Like I said, if we took out this planet, I think their planets would spawn up close to their planets, and everybody would be happier. So at this point, I was getting a little bit annoyed that they kept rebuilding every time that we took stuff out. Now they brought some other stuff in, took out my Sui. So, alright, well, we'll bring the Brahm over. They're not going to get very far with the Brahm there. And then I thought about it later. If I would have had the Brahm over there while those attacks were going on, I probably would have took out the RABO. Which would have hurt them quite a bit. So I wish I would have thought of that a little bit earlier. Yeah, that was what my note was, because I thought for sure they were going to, they weren't rebuilding, so I thought they kind of got the hint too that, hey, if we just let them have this planet, then all of our home planets would move up to where our other bases are, because they have bases all over the map too. But we had this bottom lower corner, and all their bases keep spawning, and then they got to move all their ships up, so I thought they were going to let me have it. And so then they started rebuilding. I thought, well, maybe they weren't just going to be nice. Maybe they were just kind of fighting back a little bit here. So I wanted to kind of see what they would do after this here battle. But I thought, well, I'm not going to call the battle off. I'm going to do as much damage as I can before that's it. I was having problems getting my Zaro to do what I wanted them to do there. Sometimes you click and then they want to join or switch parties or whatever else, and they don't want to attack, or sometimes they get a little annoying. But at this point I was just getting frustrated because every time we got them down here to about 8 guns or whatever, they would rebuild. decided to send the SWE back in. Who cares if that thing dies or whatever, but started building more Went right away. I thought as soon as I can I want to attack again. And what ended up happening, they built a whole bunch of ships, and I'm like, okay, fine. Well, if they don't want me to have that planet, I found another planet that they were building some stuff on. Only had 6 red guns, and I said, alright, let's go up there and we'll take out this other planet. I was pretty sure with 6 guns we would be able to take the whole thing out, but I wasn't positive because this is up close to where I thought their home bases should be at. So I thought, well, let's give it a shot once, and we'll see how this goes here. They obviously had a bunch of other ships in there, so I took the Brahm in and let the Brahm go at it. See how this goes. They were online, obviously, because they're making the Milo, and so was Otis, who has the, or Odo, sorry. Odo has the RABO, so I was kind of like, well, I wonder if the RABO is going to show up while we're doing this. Playing a little bit of move the ships around, hoping they target different ships, but they keep targeting the ones I don't want them to target. That's why all the Pola and the Went and everything are in there, so they don't target my good ships. But yeah, I guess those guns weren't seeing it that way. That was some reinforcements coming up through to help out. They found some other ships on the way up. And then I was lost to Brahm. Now, let's see. Are they good and stuck on the targets they're in? Let's bring the Kari over here and try it one more time here. Nope. Immediately start targeting to hit that again. Okay, well then we'll just keep it back for now. Cobb sitting over there at 5%. But what I didn't want to do was lose any kind of good ship out of all this. I had a couple times where a planet logged in, or somebody logged in, and as the planet logged in, the guns would go and take out my guys that are just sitting there, because the planet logs in right on top of where my guys are sitting. So I lost a bunch of good ships recently because of that, and I was like, I don't want to lose the rest of my good ships here. But I cut a little bit out there because I took out a quest or whatever, so now it's down to here to 4 guns out of the 6. And here comes the reinforcements they were talking about. Now that there's some Maul in there again, are my ships going to be okay for a while? Look at that. They're no longer being targeted. So all the reinforcements come in. His Milo was being targeted. I didn't want it to blow up. Oh, the Milo popped out. The one that he was making. As soon as it pops out, my Brahm took it out. And then there went a ship. I forget what ship that was, and I was like, oh, wasn't paying attention. Oh well, send some more Went in. One of the things about this game, a lot of people get attached to their ships, and they fall in love with the ships, and they don't want to lose it. If you're going to do that, it's a rough game, because you just got to make sure that, hey, you blow up ships. Now I know some of the bigger ones, like the Kari and stuff, I had 3 of them, and it hurts when you lose them, but sometimes you if you don't use the ships and you aren't afraid to lose them, then it's going to be it's a rough game because you got to be able to sacrifice your ships in order to get planets and stuff like that happens. But even on fast forward, these things take a while to kill. Now trying to figure out who's going to take the planet. I just knew we wanted to kill the planet. I made a conqueror because I thought nobody else wanted it, and then I'd seen that Diggy was making one too, or was it? Maybe it was Rodness that was making. I forget who was making one that I've seen. I thought Diggy might have wanted it. But at this point, I knew it was all over, and there wasn't much that they were going to be able to do to stop it. There's just way too much stuff there. Oh, and there's where I see Rodness had a conqueror ship too. And then I kind of figured maybe he wants it, and that's why he made it. So I told him he may have it. That's the main point that I wanted, was to take the planet from him, just to say, next time let us have the planet type thing. And there's where the Milo got blown up. And I was trying to protect them, but they didn't catch it. So, oh well, just a Milo. Again, not a big deal. It's nice if you can save them, but you can't always save them. Yeah, like 11 guns, they'll eat through you pretty quick, but then you go down to 6 and it goes like pretty simple in comparison. Yeah, I was maxed out on my bases, so I thought if I don't have to spend the titanium to expand it one more, you might as well just let him have it. So he took it. Then I was joking around, what material are these guns made out of? Because all those ships shooting at them for all that time, and they don't blow up. Because I remember at that point they were making that Milo, and I think there's what, like 7 or 8 minutes left on it. So it made the Milo. We blew the Milo up, and we're still attacking it. So this was like a 15-minute solid attack just to try to break through this. So you might think it's a long video here just watching them things attack, but this is sped up 2 times and 4 times. Oh, there the base went. Killed them out. Base is all his. And then this was just, that was the planet that I took, and then the base that I wanted was down below here, behind there. They built it the whole way back up, 13 guns, and put ships there and everything else. But that's the one that I really wanted, and they wouldn't let me have it, and I think it would have helped both of us out, because we wouldn't have had them behind our enemy lines, or behind our lines, and their home planet would have been up where the other stuff was. Please like and subscribe.